Oklahoma did not fall to the bottom in public education by accident. State leaders made budget choices that weakened classrooms, overloaded counselors, and drove qualified teachers away. Oklahoma leaders often point to Texas as the model they want to copy. But Texas has already shown where that path leads. When and Richards left office, Texas ranked 7th in education. After decades of Republican control, its overall education ranking fell to 40th, and Texas now ranks 44th in 8th grade reading. Oklahoma followed the same path but faster. When Brad Henry was governor, Oklahoma ranked 17th in education. After Republicans took full control of state government in 2011, Oklahoma fell to 50th. Oklahoma copied the same low-tax, underfunded school approach, made even deeper budget cuts, and did worse damage in just 15 years. When salaries fall behind and classrooms become harder to staff, schools still need adults in front of students. So Oklahoma relied more heavily on emergency certified teachers. That was not a natural disaster. It was the predictable result of budget choices. Lower reading and math scores are not a mystery. They are the result of years of larger burdens on teachers, fewer fully certified educators, and classrooms stretched too thin. The damage does not stop in the classroom. Oklahoma's in-state college-going rate fell from 51.3% to 35.7%. That means fewer graduates are moving into the education and training pipeline Oklahoma needs for higher-wage jobs. The cuts did not just affect teachers. They also affected the counselors who help students turn high school into a future. Career counselors help students apply for scholarships, explore career tech, plan for college, and find technical training programs. But when counselor loads went from about 220 students to more than 400, many students lost the guidance they needed at exactly the time they were making decisions about college, career tech, apprenticeships, and careers. Career tech is one of Oklahoma's strongest workforce assets, but it is not free for adult students. An HVAC pathway can cost about $6,000 at Tulsa Tech, while an OSU IT associate degree pathway can run closer to $16,000 to $18,000 before living costs. So students headed to career tech need a counselor's help with financial aid, applications, schedules, and career planning, just like students headed to college. Colorado shows what happens when a state invests in education and workforce development. Oklahoma took a different path. It poured roughly $1.3 billion each year into business tax credits, cash incentives, and favored industry discounts, including the oil and gas gross production tax discount that was supposed to end. But Oklahoma families did not get the promised payoff. Median household income growth still lagged behind the nation, and the state weakened the very education pipeline needed to attract higher-wage jobs. A state cannot build a high-value economy if it does not invest in the people who create that value. A state cannot build a modern economy by underfunding the classrooms, counselors, and training pathways that prepare its future workers. Oklahoma's public schools were not failing on their own. They were set up to fail, and then teachers and schools were blamed for the result. Oklahoma did not just underfund schools. It weakened the very workforce pipeline needed to raise family incomes. Oklahoma needs leaders with a new plan, one that invests in schools, skills, and workforce development so more families can earn a better living, instead of watching a favored few benefit from the old playbook.